Hey everybody, welcome back to another Judgment commentary of Made in Abyss Season 2, but today we're going to be checking out Episode 5. But last time, on Episode 4, there were some pretty major things going on there, but to start with, Reg found out that Faputa knew him before he lost his memory, yeah, and in fact his name was even Reg, before Rico decided to name him Reg. Now poor Reg had to endure some usual stuff as Faputa tried to discern if he really was Reg or not, like how she poked a hole into his still healing belly button just so she could taste his blood to see if it was the same. Dude can never catch a break. In the meantime, Rico went off to try to find Reg and Nanachi, only to wind up in a dark alleyway surrounded by a bunch of hollow monster things, and well, one might be able to imagine how that went. In fact, Mania was nearly crushed again by one of those guys until the pink hollow from the previous episode, who also crushed Mania, decided to fly in out of nowhere, give that guy an epic falcon punch, and save the day. But now, after the pink hollow saved the day, they and Rico are friends. And Rico even gave them a name, Ma, because they just say Ma over and over again. Yeah, they really don't seem too bad. I'm not sure why they tried to crush Mania or why the other hollow tried to crush Mania. I don't know, maybe there's just something in there that they wanted to eat or something. But biggest development of all last episode was Nanachi learning that Mitty is alive and well here in the Village of Hollows. How? We don't know yet. I'm sure they'll explain, but for now, we don't know much. All we know is that apparently some dude in a mask showed up and left Mitty behind. Now, obviously when you hear a guy in a mask, you would immediately think Bondrewd. Right? I mean, it's gotta be Bondrewd, but how could Bondrewd have left Mitty behind when, well, we know what happened to Mitty before? Did he have a spare Mitty or something that he just decided to leave with them? Or perhaps it's all just an illusion of the village, showing somebody the thing they desire the most or something, but I have my doubts about that one. Either way, big deal for Nanachi here. I mean, after all she went through, finally letting go of Mitty and putting her to rest like that, seeing her again, can't even imagine it. But anywho, let's just get started with episode 5 before I fall behind on Made in Abyss again. What do you say? Let's go. Okay, well, it makes sense now. The reason that Mitty was here and they said that the masked man left her behind was that he brought Mitty here at one point, and they tried to make a trade, but he's like, no way, you can't have her. I mean, she was a very unique specimen to him. But somehow, that guy managed to make an exact 1-to-1 copy of Mitty. A duplicate in both body and soul, somehow. So in all intents and purposes, it is the real Mitty. Since the soul was duplicated. It does not surprise me at all, though, that Nanachi would immediately, offer herself up to save Mitty in this case, because, well, Mitty was there just getting absorbed by this guy, just perpetually, and since Mitty's immortal, that would have just happened forever. And I distinctly remember, I think in an earlier, episode of this, or maybe one of the trailers, I was like, man, don't remind me of Mitty, it's not like we're ever gonna see her again. But now Rico has been left with a very, very, very bad choice to make here, because she wants Nanachi and Mitty back. Doi, because she can't just take Nanachi, because then Nanachi ain't going anywhere without Mitty, so she has to get both of them. At least she managed to haggle her down to just, parts of her body instead of her entire self. That was a very high starting bid. But excellent haggling skills, Rico. You talked it down to a more reasonable fee. 2 eyes, 2 legs, or your organs. And they did say that they would do their best to ensure that she survived. Don't know how they'd do that with half her organs missing, but I don't know. I mean, the word that they would use here was innards, which, that can mean a couple things, Usually it can mean, all internal organs, but sometimes it means just the more nondescript ones. Her life being sustained no matter what aside, legs would probably make the most sense, even if she stays alive with half of her intestines missing, you're probably not gonna live much longer after that. Even if the trauma of losing half her organs doesn't instantly kill her, you probably won't live very long afterwards. Unless they pull some kind of, shenanigans and give her duplicates of them or something. But I guess, that wouldn't really be a trade there. I still think legs replaced with robotic legs might be the best way to go about this here, if that's on the table. Not eyes. You don't want to lose your eyes. Just ask Ben. But now, let's shift focus over to Reg, because we learned that those weird animals with hair stuffed in their butts, those were actually beast deterrents, supposedly. He says that she made them to keep the monsters away so that they could find their way down there more easily, because the monsters have been more active. I don't know how they work, but they do. Perhaps the way it works is that, since, it puts their hair in there, like their scent is now on these beasts, and the beasts probably don't attack each other, so if they have their scent on the other beasts, they'll leave them alone. I don't know, I'm just trying to make sense of it here. But now we know that Reg is possibly one of these interference units who he said, went around and gathered data on the layers that they were placed in, but that they're not supposed to leave the layer they're assigned to, but Reg does. But now we have Waco, who apparently was sealed down here at the bottom of the village because she opposed it being created. And that she said they became numb to hell, and then they created hell itself, and then there was this little imagery of what looked like Faputa being created. So how long has Waco been down here? Presumably a very long time, right? And she said that she wasn't even fully sure if she was human. And at this point, maybe she's not. Also, it's interesting that the children of the village, they can't go down here without getting sick, which is weird. The effects seem to be similar to, the curse of the abyss itself, only opposite, where instead of going up, they're going down. It might be unrelated, but it is interesting that they start to throw up, kind of like the effect you'd get from the curse near the top layers. So yeah, pretty wicked episode, man. Apparently Mitty had a copy of herself made down here, and now she gave herself up just to keep her safe. What the heck is Rico gonna do to make a deal here? I don't know. I mean, Rico's made some pretty crazy decisions, she's put herself in harm's way many a time. But even she recognizes the gravity of this choice. But would she be willing to just permanently lose her legs or her eyes? Well, we'll have to wait and see when the next episode drops on Wednesday. Still, things have gotten, oh man, really interesting. But anyway, I think it's gonna be it for now, guys, but thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed. Subscribe to be updated on more. That'd be great. Next time, episode 6, whenever that one drops, I will gladly check it out because I gotta see how this ends here. I mean, Rico's got a bad decision to make. Maybe there's a way out of it. We'll have to see. But yeah, sincerely, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry if I seemed a little out of it at all during this video here, but I've been having a bit of a weird day, but I really also wanted to sit down and record Made in Abyss, so here we are. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought of the episode. If there's any details from here you'd like to inform me of, I would appreciate that. But till we meet again, I will see you guys later.